Hey everybody, and welcome to what will be the final show of the 2022 season for Hollywood Hills here. What a year it has been for us. It's really been spectacular. We can't thank all of you guys enough for joining us for the journey. But remember, we're going to be on the journey once again in 2023. We've already locked things down with both of the main tours that we've worked with for the last almost 4 seasons it's been now with Farm Jam. I've worked with them for much longer than that as far as the mic goes, but as far as the production goes, Farm Jam, it's been a Hollywood Hills and LiveX production for the last 3.5 years. We're super pumped to say that we're going to be continuing with the Van der Westhuizens, Leon, Melissa, Rowan, and Alrika. It's been an incredible journey. We continue that journey as we get ready to go forward into amazing 2023. It really has been a huge story for the Farm Jam Tour. I cannot speak highly enough of what those guys have been doing behind the scenes, and it's been a pleasure working with them. As always, we'll keep promoting and pumping those events, and we will no doubt see some incredible new developments in the Farm Jam Tour going forward into 2023. The other tour we work with, of course, is the GSXCs. GSXCs, again, I've been involved with since way back in the GOC days. And then as we started to get more involved in the media side, it was great to actually pick up the cameras, get the boys involved from LiveX, and we've been putting together those what I think are really cool productions. I've really enjoyed them. We get great feedback from all the juniors, the quad racers, as well as the motorcycle racers. We've been getting sponsors on board well in advance of each of the seasons as well. And it's great to know that we're going to be working with GXCC once again. It's going to be VW MasterCard's Hatfield GXCC Racing for next year, which is great as well because Chris is a good friend of ours here at the show, and it was one of the key elements of bringing Chris on board. He wanted to be part of the production, and we've been doing that since round number 3 of 2022. We continue with that journey going forward into 2023. So those are the 2 big tours we'll be working with. And remember, the GXCCs are going to have 2 rounds of the National Championship as well. That means they're going to be super busy, which means we'll be super busy as well, which makes things nice as far as production goes. It means there's always going to be something cool to talk about and to show you guys. We are in talks with a couple of the other tours as well to see if we can work with those guys, but for now, it is Farm Jam and GXCC Racing. For the end of 2022, we'd also like to give a massive high five to the weekly sponsors of the Hollywood Hills show. You'll notice that this season we've done a lot of the production elements, but we also do shows where we talk about certain other events, certain different things. Maybe there's changes in sponsorships, maybe there's new teams and things that we like to talk about and keep things a little bit more magazine-y, and we really need those sponsors, and they've really helped us to develop the shows as we've gone through, not just this season, but the last couple of seasons as well. VW MasterCard's Hatfield and Chris Harmser have been a massive part of that journey. We first got together with Chris around about 1.5 years ago when he tapped me on the shoulder at one of the, I think it was the Bocciabello Farm Jam event, and said he wanted to be involved. And I said, well, that's great because I've got a VW van. And from there, it's just been really a partnership that's become a friendship. It's really been a cool journey. Not just that, we've also been able to bring Chris on board at higher level at some of the other events as well. So next year, he's going to be very much involved in the GXCCs at an even higher level. From the production element, he's going to stay with us as well. So Chris and the VW MasterCard's Hatfield guys, thank you so much for the journey in 2022. It has been epic. We can't wait to continue in 2023. Also, the guys at Shinwells Yamaha, I mean, we kind of partnered up with those guys when we put together what was the Goon Wagon show. The Goon Wagon show and that project was great, where we took my stepson's old 2001 YZ250, give it a full refresh, and Styler and me were out there throwing some parts at it. Zach, Andre, Brom, everyone out there at Shinwells, they've been an incredible part of the journey. They've been helping us out with bikes when we needed them as well. And yeah, again, we just cannot thank them enough. It's been a great part of the journey. They're going to be not continuing with us in 2023, but it is not for the want of not wanting to. It's just things are getting a little bit tight. Those guys have to be very careful with their marketing budget, but we know that we'll be working with them when the stars align once again, and it's a really, really cool and amicable split, as they say. So it's been super working with those guys. We'll no doubt see them in the future as well. Rubin Racing came on board to help us out with some of the fuel costs, and it's something that sometimes you don't think about that, how to get out to these events, and it's a really big part, and it's very much appreciated for Rubin Racing. Of course, we've worked with the family from around about 2 years ago when they actually wanted to do like a video launch. So we went out to one of the motocross tracks. It was the first time we really met the family from Rubin Racing, the Nibuas, and they're really cool. They're very focused on the sport, and they show their focus by being involved with Hollywood Hills, because obviously we're out there trying to promote the sport and promote as many of the riders and teams as possible. And they were the ones that stumped up and said, we'll get you to the event. So to the Rubin crew, thank you so much. We much appreciate it. Hopefully we're going to be working together going forward into 2023 as we watch their team and their family develop and see how far they can get in their racing future. The rest of the sponsors, it's been awesome to work with Harry. Old Harry Krobler has done amazing things for the sport in the last couple of seasons. We've been very fortunate to go along on that journey with Harry as he started his team, and then he started to develop into like a Kawasaki and Honda situation. There's more news coming for next year. It sounds like he's going big on the red for next year, trying to give Honda a big championship. He's nailed down a ton of championships for the Kawasaki's. The Hondas have been good, obviously Leah Haygate, and we've seen some incredible rides coming from all of his riders across all of his juniors and his pros and his lady rider. But thanks to Harry, and particularly to the Franchise Co. It's one of the companies that Harry has been very much involved in for the last couple of years, and we'll be hoping to continue with those guys as well as their other sponsors as they continue their juggernaut squad as they go forward into 2023. So Harry, for you, brother. We talked about Rubin Racing helping us to get to the races, but remember, we need to get out to all of the points on the track where the cool stuff is happening. And for that, in the second half of the season, we got Old School Customs on board. That has been really cool, because to get a couple of bikes to get out to position, remember, it is LiveX and Hollywood Hills, and the boys have to do a lot of walking to get out to the mint spots. Sometimes you go, how did you get out there? You maybe don't see the bikes parked behind a tree or leaned against a copy or something like that. But Tian from Old School Customs is the man that allows us to get onto his bikes. He gives us a full tank of gas at every single event, gives us pimping bikes to get around on. So that has been a huge thank you from us. We love those little bikes, and we're definitely going to be working with Tian for next year. Tian looks like he's going to be coming onto some of the Farm Jam events as well with his team. Remember, they've had a bit of a kind of strong end to the season. A couple of their quad riders delivering good results in the early part of the season in the Wows, and then later on in the Q1s. And then some breakout rides, Brad Burrell in particular, coming out of Old School Customs, getting that incredible last GXCC round win in the OR2s. That's how big he is going, and we're going to be working and continuing to boost as much as we can the relationship between Hollywood Hills, LiveX, and of course Old School Customs. For now, that is my big thank you, my big high five to everyone. I also want to take this platform to thank my boys out there at LiveX. Mainly, it's going to be the top 3 spinners that have been out there running the numbers the whole way through the season, and that is my main man, Ivan. His number 2, Gareth. Gareth has just been on point the whole way through the season. And Kev the kid, he is just so pumped every time we go out there. We're growing the squad because there's a need sometimes at these events to have sometimes 4, maybe 5 crew out there. We get Andy Pandy involved every now and again. We've got Henny, who's on call when we need him. With quite a lot of crew that sometimes you guys don't see, but the main players have been out there. So my boys, thank you so much for that. And really, after that, all we're going to do is say, ho, ho, ho! Have a jolly Hollywood Christmas. We'll see you guys on the other side. Be good, or he won't come and give you presents. Catch you later.